That ending this morning, the toddler reported missing in Joliet Township has been found dead. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lionel Moyes.
I'm Erin Kennedy. Right now we are awaiting a news conference that may explain the death of 16-month-old Samajay Crosby. CBS 2's Sandra Torres is standing by as we await that news conference. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Erin and Lionel. Yes, as we await that news conference, I can tell you that here near the scene, we are on Lewis and Richards Avenue, and I can tell you that Lewis between Richards and Girard is still closed off by the Will County Sheriff's Office as they continue to gather evidence inside the home at 309 Lewis Road. And the Will County Sheriff's Office reports that they showed up at this home around 11 p.m. last night with the FBI. They gained consent to go in through a family attorney, and an hour later, they found the body of Samajay Crosby. Now, sources tell us they found her body in a couch. This morning, we did watch as investigators placed a couch into a truck that drove away. And at this point, it is unclear how she died, but an autopsy was scheduled for today. Now, the family reported Samaj missing around 6:30 p.m., saying the girl was playing with other children.
Very emotional situation for family members, friends, as well as first responders. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and all who helped throughout the day yesterday. I'd like to thank the FBI, the Will Grundy Major Crimes Task Force, all the fire departments that were on the scene and assisted in the searches of the ponds, as well as the Red Cross and the Salvation Army. They provided a tremendous amount of support yesterday and resources that would not normally be available to any one particular agency. I'd also like to thank the community who showed great compassion and concern and came out and helped and assisted in any way that they could. Some of that was simply providing water. We recognize the entire community has been deeply concerned about the safety of Samajay. As we all know, this is a sad and tragic incident that started on Tuesday, April 25th. Last night at approximately 11 o'clock p.m., after negotiations with the attorney that the family had hired, the attorney was able to convince the mother, Sherry Gordon, to give us consent to search the residence. At that time, the Will County Sheriff's Office, along with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, entered the residence at 309 Lewis Road and began a thorough search of the residence. At approximately 12 o'clock a.m., the body of Samajay Crosby was located within the residence. At this time, an autopsy is ongoing at the Will County Sheriff or at the Will County Coroner's Office. I was hoping that it was going to be done by now and I would have a cause of death. Just before we came in here, the autopsy is still ongoing, and cause of death has not been determined at this time. When that becomes available, we will let out an update on the press release. At this time, this is an active investigation that's being treated as suspicious death at this time, and we'll continue to try and find out why this ended in such a tragic way. Any questions?
What can you tell us about the search of that home this overnight? I think the question a lot of people have is, at what point do you decide to go in? Why wasn't there a search done Tuesday? Can you talk to us about that?
Okay, there was an initial search done on Tuesday. When the deputies responded there, I believe we were called around 6 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. The deputies responded. All indications at that time pointed that the child was outside and wandered off. We actually had witnesses that described Samajay walking down the street and actually described the clothing she was in. At that point, we thought she wandered off, and we really didn't know what we had at that point. The deputies did a cursory search of the residence, seeing if they could find her, in obvious places. But due to the fact that it was getting late and we were losing daylight, we wanted to get outside and start the search.
Where was she found?
Well, one at a time.
Who called the police in the first place?
The mother called the police on 911.
Where was she found?
She was found in the residence. I don't want to release where it was at this time, because that's part.
Was she found in or around furniture in the home?
She was found in the residence. That's all I'm going to say at this point, because this is an active investigation.
Is there anyone that you are having custody now, or is there
Nobody's in custody at this point. The mother has retained an attorney. We do want to speak with her just to get her side of the story again, because as we were trying to re-interview her yesterday, we were shut down by the attorney.
Deputy Chief, there was a DCFS caseworker that visited the premises yesterday, just 3 hours before the child was reported missing. Do you have any information on what they gathered? And a lot of folks are just wondering, how could a caseworker visit the home and 3 hours later something like this occur?
All I can say is DCFS was at the residence, and they left at approximately 4:00 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. And reportedly, Samajay was still alive and playing in the front yard at that time.
Have you asked them for information?
They were there for some type of an abusive case, but any information you can talk to them. That's their case.
Did they discuss with you at all what they found inside the home? I was hearing that the home was garbage strewn around.
What did DCFS tell us?
Yeah, about the conditions in the home.
They didn't tell us, but we found that out. Yes.
And that where this child was actually supposed to be sleeping was, built.
The house was in very deplorable conditions. Yes.
How many people live at the home?
At any given time, anywhere from 5 to 15. There were
All relatives?
The attorney for the family described most of the people that live in the residence, other than the 3 kids and the mother, as squatters.
Who actually owns the home? Do we know who owns the home?
My lieutenant for investigation, Lieutenant Dan Jung, was in the back. I'm going to refer to him. Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name off the top of my head. It is a local woman in Joliet.
Yeah, she lives in the local area.
So they rent.
Yes, she
So you
rents.
said there are 5 to 15 people who live in the home?
On and off. People come and go. Brian? Hold on one second. Brian, you had a question? Okay, go ahead.
About the squatters, could you clarify, what were you saying about that?
The attorney described them, the people who live outside in the house, other than the 3 children and the mother, as squatters. They come and go as they please. They may be there for a week. They might be there for a night.
I understand that your officers initially went inside the home, and as you said, they made a cursory walk through the home. Then you wanted to go back. And is it then that the family secured an attorney for negotiating that, or?
Yes, when we came in Wednesday morning, because everything happened at night and it was dark and everything else, when we came in Wednesday morning, we basically decided after sitting down with the FBI that we were going to start from scratch, start from the inside and work our way out and just start all over again. Because at this point she had not been located, and we wanted to recover all of our bases and make sure everything was covered.
And for that second wave, the family was reluctant to let you in?
I won't say totally reluctant, but I won't say 100% cooperative either.
But it took you.
And not, again, it's not necessarily family members, it's people that are at the house.
But if you're starting at Wednesday morning, starting over again, and it took you till 11 o'clock at night to get in, you're saying that it took about 12 hours to kind of get things going? And
Well, no, as I was saying, we were interviewing the mother at one point in the morning, and that's when the lawyer interjected himself in the case and cut us off. And at that point, he told us we were not allowed in the residence without a search warrant.
Can you talk about that interview you had with her? What was that interview? I mean, what were some of the questions you were asking?
That I don't know. I was not in part of that. That was FBI agent from the CARD team,
Okay.
the Child Abduction Response team, and one of our detectives.
Can you identify the attorney?
I don't want to release his name at this time.
Did you?
Hold on, one at a time, guys.
Did you end up having to get the search warrant, or did you just get the consent?
We were working with the state's attorney's office all afternoon, and they pretty much told us that because all indications from witnesses indicated the child had walked away, we could not get a search warrant at that point.
When we were watching the canine first request and then gave you a second request, after you made the second request is when you got the.
We got consent last night from the lawyer that was working with the mother to go in and search the house.
And there was consent that allowed
That's when we found the baby last night.
There were other children in the house.
One at a time, guys.
Canine unit. When we were observing this as reporters, you typically see canine dogs really active, and this dog, when he was at the end of the block, looked like he was kind of on a walk. Did you get any hits around the house? And I know it's difficult because the child lived in the house, but what
Right.
kind of hits were you getting with the canine?
What I can tell you is the initial day on Tuesday afternoon, the canine tracked approximately 5 houses to the west and stopped completely and totally lost track. The next day, at that point, stuff was contaminated, sensor contaminated, and, nothing against canines, but nothing's ever 100% reliable.
You said that you had some witnesses that told you they actually had seen the child walking. Were they adults? Were they children?
Adults, yes.
They were
Adults in the neighborhood,
Adults in the neighborhood?
yes.
Relatives or
Samajay-
friends or residents?
Friend, just people in the neighborhood,
People
not relatives, not
So
necessarily
they weren't
friends.
covering for the
No,
family, or-
no.
Samajay has siblings, and there were other children, I believe, in the house. Has any action been taken to remove them from the household? Are they still there?
I believe we have, they're not at the house right now. They're staying off-site because we still have possession of the house right now. Our evidence unit just finished up over there.
But has any sort of government agency?
We are in contact with Department of Family Services. They are the ones that will make that decision, not us.
All right, so the Department of Children and Family Services is reviewing now whether the children can stay with the.
We are in contact with them, yes.
What, are the children with the mother or not? Is that-
Pardon me?
Are the children with the mother still?
Yes, they are.
In observing the mother yesterday with the other relative, Lucretia Crosby, it seemed Lucretia consistently interrupted any time anybody wanted to speak with the mother. Do you believe that the mother was being controlled in any way by other family members in what she said and how she behaved?
What I can tell you is during the initial interview that we did yesterday morning with the mother, we did it at our command post that we had set up behind the school in a makeshift interview room inside a trailer. And I believe it was her, she was pounding on the outside of the trailer, trying to get her to stop talking.
Lucretia was pounding
Yes.
on the outside of your trailer.
And we had to make her move.
Do we know where Lucretia is right now at this moment?
Couldn't tell you.
Is she one of the settlers?
I believe she was. Again, I don't know if she's an actual relative or if she's one of these squatters.
Do you know yesterday or Tuesday how many people of these 5 to 15 that were staying at the house, how many were actually there on Tuesday?
To be honest with you, there was like, what, 10 people there Tuesday afternoon?
At the time of the incident?
Yes.
Why would the state's attorney's office not give you a warrant when there's a missing child?
Everything's got to be based on probable cause. And again, all indications at this point was indicating the child had walked away and nothing actually happened inside the residence.
Do you have any
So-
reason to believe that the child ever left the building after the child died? Did she always stay in that home the entire time, or do you believe somebody was hiding the body and then bringing it back?
I can't really answer that at this point.
Where did she die? Do we know where she actually died?
Where she died?
Yeah, where she
That
died.
I can't answer right now.
Do you know how many children were in the home?
4 children
And can you give us an age range?
from 16 months to 13.
How many children does the mother have?
She's got 3, 2 boys and Samajay.
All right, you are listening in to a news conference right now from Will County. The 16-month-old little girl, Samajay Crosby, who authorities have been looking for quite some time now, was found dead inside of a home. We'll be right back with more after this.